Topic is gloves off. I had to go to God before I posted this one, before I actually released this episode, because it's time for me to be extremely frank and to be exactly who I am. Forget the politics, forget all the professionalism. I'm not going to disrespect you, and I'm not going to come to you as a bugaboo, but I had to bring it straight to whoever needs this. So I was sitting and I was thinking, and I just said to myself, as opposed to trying to win the hearts and mindsets of your lovers over, it's time to start treating these people, me being boyfriends, girlfriends, temporary placeholders in your life, like business deals and business contracts. So if you've never completed a business deal, if you never set up a project, well, I'm about to give you a plan. Usually, so I'm a project manager, right, for a data firm. And usually when you're setting up a project, you want to actually approach the customer and try to get them to buy into the service that you're offering. And so prior to getting them to buy into the service that you're offering, you actually need to get them to listen. And so it might start off as an approach by phone. You might make some phone contact. You may have an internal contact within that company that can bring you in so that you actually can get to the table where you can start meeting with the execs and decision makers. Well, for those of you who haven't reached that level in your careers or professions, you may want to start out by thinking about this as the hiring process. So you're looking to be a prospective employee at a company. So you go, you look on their website, you evaluate the situation, figuring out if this is a company that's suitable for you. Now you submit your resume. You're looking to land an interview. Your resume is superb, is ready, is something that actually, meets all the points in the algorithm that's set by the company. So then you actually are offered an interview. Now you got your foot in the door, the same way the project team has their foot in the door, or the sales team has their foot in the door when you're on a project. So now that you're in the door, now you want to put your best foot forward. Now you're giving them a piece of who you are. You're letting everybody know what's up, right? So as you move forward into the process, right, you want to make sure that you're articulating yourself properly, that you're speaking clearly, that you're showing them what types of things, or you're giving them offers that they can't refuse. So now I'm going to offer my service for free for 60 days. So this is what you call a proof of concept. Now, this is the period in relationships. The same way you get your 90 days probation period once you hired. This is the period in relationships where you get to see the true colors, whether or not this person is an imposter or they're right for the job, or if this company is just blowing smoke up our behinds, or if they can actually produce. So we land the statement of work. We get it signed. We have permission now to come on the premises, right? And for you as an employee, you signed your employee package. You're going through training. You're in your first 90 days. Well, this is exactly what you need to do with that companion. The person that's trying to be your prospective boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife. If you would never sign a contract or business deal that is below the amount that you need to pay your bills, then stop dating individuals who are not meeting the qualifications that you need. If you would never hire somebody in your company that will never be able to live up to the standards or meet the qualifications that you set, then stop allowing people in your life that can't meet those qualifications. Period. So I just want to leave you with a few points. Point number 1, don't ever be a pick-me chick. And when I talk about pick-me chick, some of you may or may not know in my audience what a pick-me chick is. Well, I'm going to explain it to you. A pick-me chick is a chick that wants to always, in a sense, for the biblical sisters, you want to be submissive. How you being submissive to a man you barely even know? Now, for the pick-me men and women, you are individuals who are constantly trying to prove your value to somebody that can't see it and that never will. So stop overdoing it. Don't ever be the individual that is sitting there trying too hard. The other thing that I'd like to say to you is never settle as a side piece and don't ever take leftovers. And you know what I mean when I talk about the side chicks and the side dudes. Some of you are happy in your position, so carry on. But for those of you that are not, that believe you're wifey material, don't you ever settle for a side situation. Because guess what? At the end of the day, the only thing that you're receiving are leftovers. And don't you ever just wait on somebody to pick you. Because guess what? It's a possibility and a very, very strong chance that it won't be you. The other point that I'd like to make, be bold from the gate. Don't hide who you are. Don't hide your personality. Be everything that you are from the beginning, because it's going to unravel in the end. Yes, you want to put your best foot forward. Yeah, you may want to be on your best behavior, but if you laugh loud, if you like to have a good time, if you're flirty, if you're the person that likes to be in the light and not in the shadows, if you like to be on Instagram, Facebook, you like to be posted, start posting from the beginning. See where he really is. See where she really is. See if she just playing the field. Because if you're about being serious, then you want to know that from the jump. I'm not telling you to be a stalker, but be exactly who you are from the beginning. If you shine bright, then do that. If you like your light a little dim, then be that. But all I'm telling you is don't wait until later to start showing your true colors. Because A, now you're being an imposter. B, now you're false advertising. C, now you just duped that individual into thinking that you were somebody that you're not. And I also wanted to just tell you, spend time with the best asset. And when I talk about best asset, when we're referring to men and women in our lives and intimate relationships, don't be putting all your time into dudes and females that's not for you. That never met the qualifications. I used to try to be the most humble person and giving people opportunity and train them out upright and trying to build a nigga. Like, we are not living in a Build-A-Bear society. That's for kids. Tricks are for kids. I'm through with all that. So for you all that are out there playing these games and sitting here trying to build these dudes up when you know you're a boss from the gate and you're already frustrated, you know what? Leave that situation alone. Keep going. If he or she is emotionally destroyed, you cannot always mend those broken pieces. If they're not willing to go to somebody's counseling, leave it alone, sis. Leave it alone, bro. Like, seriously, we're not going to play these games. It's too many games being played, and we're not going to sit here and waste our time. One thing about women, my grandfather always told me, women are like roses. We eventually wither away. You start off, you tight, you got them tight hips. Them full hips and everything. You got that slim waist, your boobs sitting high. But guess what, boo? Over the years, if you're not staying in the gym, if it's not genetically made that way, boo, gravity begins to set in. Things begin to settle just like houses do. Although the asset is valuable, although it may increase over time, although this berry may get sweeter, listen, there's another young buck coming up. So while you have your time, you better actually use it. The last topic that I actually want to leave you with, or not topic, but the last point that I'd like to make. If this individual is not meeting your qualifications, then I want to say this: no more trainees. Go for the owners, executive board members, the decision makers, the movers and shakers. I promise you, you will thank me later. Thank you for listening to yet another episode of Vulnerable Moments with Miss E. You have an amazing day on purpose. God bless.